Lena ran through the rocky hills of the distant planet, her small legs moving fast, and her heart pounding in her chest. She could feel the wind whipping against her face and the strange smell of the alien soil under her boots. She had wandered too far from the settlement. Curious about the cave she had seen from a distance, she had promised her parents she would stay close. But the caves called to her like a secret waiting to be discovered. Miko, her honey badger companion, followed closely behind, his small claws digging into the dirt as he kept pace with her. Lena laughed. Thinking the adventure was fun and harmless, she did not see the shadow growing in the sky above. Suddenly, a huge predator ship appeared, its dark metal surface glinting in the sunlight. The sky seemed to grow smaller as it descended slowly. Scanning the ground with bright searchlights, Lena froze, her small body hidden behind a jagged rock. She could hear the hum of the ship's engines and the faint buzz of drones moving inside. Miko growled low, his eyes fixed on the sky. Lena tried to calm herself, whispering to Miko that everything would be okay, but her voice shook and her hands were trembling. The ship's searchlights passed over the hills, illuminating every rock and crevice. Lena held her breath, hoping the big machine would not notice her. The drones moved like hunting birds, scanning the terrain with precise motion. Lena could feel the fear rising in her chest as she saw one of them stop above her hiding spot. She pulled Miko closer, his small body pressing against hers, and his fur bristling with warning. Lena wished she could run, but the ground was open and the ship's presence made her small and vulnerable. Suddenly, one of the drones swooped down, its sensors flashing red. Lena's heart jumped as the drone hovered above her. She looked at Miko and saw him stiffen. His small body seemed to grow tense and ready for action. She did not understand how a honey badger could be so brave against such a massive threat. The drone tilted slightly and moved closer, its mechanical voice scanning for life. Lena whispered softly, hoping it would not hear her. She could feel sweat running down her forehead, and her breathing was fast and shallow. The predator ship above moved slowly, almost deliberately, as if it enjoyed the hunt. Miko's growl grew louder, a deep sound that echoed through the hills. Lena had never heard him make such a noise before. She felt a strange warmth in her chest as she realized Miko was not just a pet, he was her protector, and he would not let anything happen to her. The drone descended even closer, its mechanical arms reaching out. Lena could see the sharp tips glinting in the sunlight. She tried to move, but the rock behind her blocked her path. She could not escape without being seen. The drone's sensors swept over her small body, flashing red and blue. Then Miko jumped forward, his claws out and teeth bared. The drone was fast, but Miko was faster. He struck the drone with surprising strength. Lena gasped as sparks flew from the machine. The drone stumbled and hovered uncertainly in the air. The predator ship above seemed to pause, its engines humming with a low, threatening sound. Lena felt a rush of hope. She whispered to Miko that he was amazing, and he nuzzled her cheek, making her smile despite the fear. Her small hands stroked his fur as he growled. Keeping watch over her, she felt safe for the first time since the predator ship had appeared. The drone tried to recover and moved toward them again. Miko jumped in front of Lena, his small body moving like a shadow. Lena realized that the honey badger had more strength and courage than she could ever imagine. She wondered if Miko had always been like this, or if the danger had awakened something inside him. The predator ship's shadow stretched across the hills. Lena knew that they were not out of danger, yet she could feel the tension in the air and the hum of the engines above. She held Miko close and whispered that they would find a way out together. She did not know how, but she believed in her companion. Suddenly, more drones appeared, scanning the rocks and the hills. They moved with purpose, their lights flashing over the terrain. Lena's heart raced as she realized the hunt was just beginning. She hugged Miko tighter and felt his warm body pressed against hers. He growled and bared his teeth at the nearest drone. Lena whispered promises to her parents, hoping they would not worry. She felt a strange courage rising inside her. Fueled by Miko's bravery, she knew that they had to survive. She knew that Miko would not let anything happen to her. The predator ship above seemed to watch them closely. Lena could feel the danger in every vibration of the ground. The drone circled, searching for the perfect moment to strike. Lena held her breath and waited, knowing that the next move could decide everything. Miko growled low, and Lena saw his eyes glow faintly, a hint that he was ready for what was coming next. The wind whipped through the hills. Lena held on to Miko and whispered softly that they would face whatever came. Together, the Predator ship loomed above, and Lena knew that the trap was set. She felt fear and hope in equal measure. Her small heart beating fast, she looked at Miko and saw the courage she needed. The hunt had begun, and Lena and Miko were ready. The Predator ship loomed above the rocky hills, its dark metal surface blocking the sunlight. Lena hugged Miko close, feeling his small body tense with warning. The drones circled overhead, their sensors scanning every shadow. Lena could hear the faint hum of energy running through the ship. She knew they were being watched, and she felt the fear rising in her chest. Miko's growl grew deeper, low and warning. Lena could see his small body trembling with energy. She had never seen him like this before. She whispered softly to him, telling him it was okay, but the honey badger did not calm down. His eyes glowed faintly like tiny sparks of fire, and Lena felt a strange warmth as if the energy was moving toward her. Suddenly, Miko leaped forward. Faster than Lena had ever seen, he struck the nearest drone with surprising force. The machine spun out of control, sparks flying from its arms. Lena gasped as the drone crashed into a rock and shattered into pieces. The other drones hesitated, hovering in the air uncertainly. Lena could not believe what she had seen. Miko was small, but his strength seemed beyond natural. She rubbed his fur and whispered that he was amazing. The honey badger nuzzled her cheek, showing he understood. She felt hope rising inside her, a spark that made her forget some of the fear for a moment. The Predator ship above seemed to pause. Its engines hummed low. Like a growl, Lena felt the air vibrate, and she realized that the ship's captain had noticed the fight. The drones started moving again, but more carefully, as if they were afraid of Miko. Lena watched as her small companion crouched, ready for the next strike. The ground trembled slightly as Miko moved. His claws dug into the dirt, and his teeth flashed in the sunlight. Lena realized that Miko was not an ordinary honey badger. Something inside him had awakened. Because of the danger, she had always known he was brave, but now he seemed alive with a new power. The drones moved closer again. Lena backed toward a large rock, keeping Miko in front of her. She whispered that they needed to hide, but Miko did not listen. His eyes were locked on the machines, and he growled louder than ever. The hum of his energy seemed to mix with the vibrations from the ship. Lena felt it in her chest, a strange connection that made her feel stronger too. Suddenly, Miko jumped into the air, striking another drone mid-flight. The machine wobbled, sparks flying from its sensors. Lena's eyes widened as she realized Miko was faster than the drones could react. The Predator ship above shifted slightly, like it was adjusting to a threat it had not expected. Lena felt her pulse quicken with both fear and excitement. She whispered softly to Miko, telling him they could do this together. Her words seemed to calm him for a moment, but his energy still glowed faintly. She could see tiny sparks along his fur, like little flames moving in patterns. Lena reached out and touched his back and felt a strange warmth spreading into her hand. She gasped, realizing that Miko's power was connected to her somehow. The drones circled again, but this time Miko moved with incredible speed. He struck the nearest one. Then another. Lena ducked behind a rock. Heart racing, she could hear the sounds of metal hitting metal and the whir of engines struggling to recover. She felt a mixture of fear and wonder, amazed at how small Miko could fight such large machines. Suddenly, Lena noticed a faint light coming from Miko's eyes. They glowed brighter, almost like fire. The honey badger growled low and charged forward. The drones seemed to hesitate, as if sensing something. Lena could feel energy buzzing in the air, like the hills themselves were alive with power. She held her breath, not sure what would happen next. One of the drones moved too close. Lena could see its mechanical arm reaching toward her. Miko leaped and struck it with perfect timing. The machine crashed into a rock, sending sparks flying. Lena gasped and hugged Miko. She whispered that he was amazing, and he nuzzled her cheek in response. The Predator ship above seemed to pulse with energy. Lena could feel the vibrations in her chest. The engines hummed like a low warning, and the drones moved carefully. Almost afraid, Lena realized that Miko had become more than a pet. He was a protector, a fighter, and something extraordinary she felt hope rise inside her, stronger than before. Miko stood in front of her, his small body trembling slightly from the energy. Lena could feel it too. Like a connection moving between them, she whispered softly, telling him they would survive together. The drones hovered at a distance, and Lena knew that the battle was not over, but the honey badger had changed everything. The Predator ship adjusted its position. Waiting, Lena felt the tension in the air. Heavy and dangerous, she hugged Miko and whispered promises that they would face whatever came next together. She did not know what would happen, but she trusted him completely. Miko growled low, and Lena could see the sparks in his eyes brighter than ever. The hunt was not over, but the awakening had begun. The Predator ship descended slowly onto the rocky hills. Lena and Miko could feel the ground shake beneath them. The air hummed with energy, and Lena held Miko close, feeling his small body tense with warning. The ship's doors opened with a low hiss, and Lena realized they were being pulled inside by a strange force. Miko growled low, his eyes glowing brighter than ever. Lena whispered to him, telling him to stay close. The Predator ship's interior was dark and cold, with metal walls that reflected strange lights from above. Lena could hear the hum of engines and the quiet movement of alien machinery all around. The corridors were narrow and winding. Lena held Miko tightly, feeling the warmth of his body against her own. She could see strange symbols glowing faintly on the walls. The air smelled metallic and electric, and Lena shivered despite Miko's presence. She wondered what the ship wanted from them and why it had chosen her. Suddenly, shadows moved along the walls. Lena froze, her small body pressed against Miko. The shadows belonged to alien guards. Tall and thin, with glowing eyes, they moved silently, scanning the corridors for intruders. Lena's heart raced as she realized she had no weapon and very little chance to hide. Miko growled louder, his small body rising to meet the threat. Lena felt a strange surge of courage from him and from herself. She whispered softly, telling Miko they would be brave together. The guards stopped nearby, their eyes scanning carefully. They seemed unaware of the honey badger's hidden strength. Lena and Miko crept forward, moving as silently as they could. The corridors twisted like a maze, and Lena worried they might get trapped. She held Miko close and whispered that she trusted him to keep them safe. The honey badger nuzzled her hand, showing understanding and loyalty. Lena felt a spark of hope in the darkness. Suddenly, Lena saw a room ahead, glowing with pale light. She peeked inside and gasped. The room was filled with strange cages and alien machines. Lena could see small creatures, some human children, trapped inside. The sight made her stomach twist with fear and sadness. She realized the Predator ship collected beings for experiments, and the thought made her heart pound. Miko growled, his body stiffening. Lena felt the warning through their connection. The honey badger moved forward, sniffing the air and scanning for danger. Lena whispered that they should be careful, but she knew Miko would not let her face this alone. The air in the corridor vibrated with tension, and every sound seemed louder than usual. The alien guards moved closer, their long fingers brushing against walls as they passed. Lena and Miko pressed themselves against the metal, holding their breath. She could feel the energy from Miko pulsing stronger with each step. The honey badger's eyes glowed like tiny stars in the dark, and Lena felt courage rise inside her. One of the guards stopped and turned, its glowing eyes scanning the corridor. Lena froze, hoping it would not notice them. Miko stepped in front, his small body tense and ready to strike. Lena whispered softly, telling him to be careful, but the honey badger did not back down. His growl filled the corridor, low and warning. The guard hesitated for a moment, its sensors adjusting as if sensing something unusual. Then it moved on. Slowly and carefully, Lena exhaled quietly and hugged Miko. She whispered that they were safe for now, but she knew the danger was far from over. She could feel the tension building with every step they took. Lena noticed a faint control panel at the side of the corridor. She realized it might open doors or disable some machines. She wanted to reach it, but knew the guards would notice if she moved too quickly. She whispered to Miko that they might have a chance if they were careful. The honey badger's eyes glowed brighter, ready to protect her. As they moved forward, Lena felt a strange connection to Miko, stronger than before. The honey badger was not just a protector. He was part of her courage and strength. She realized that together they could face more than fear alone. The predator ship hummed all around them, and Lena knew the hunt was far from over. Suddenly, a shadow appeared at the end of the corridor. Lena and Miko froze. The figure was tall and dark, its glowing eyes fixed on them. The air seemed heavier, and Lena could feel her heart racing. She whispered to Miko that they must be ready for anything. The honey badger growled and crouched, his energy pulsing in response. The shadow moved closer, silent and deliberate. Lena held Miko tightly. Feeling the bond between them stronger than fear, she whispered softly that they would face it together. The alien figure paused, studying them as if it could sense the honey badger's power. Lena realized that Miko was more than a pet. He was a force the predator ship had not expected. The corridors twisted and turned as Lena and Miko crept forward. They had to find a way out and save the other children. She whispered to Miko, telling him they were brave and strong together. The honey badger nuzzled her hand, ready for whatever came next. Lena could feel the tension in the air, heavy and dangerous. The hunt inside the predator ship had begun, and Lena and Miko were ready. Lena and Miko moved carefully through the dark corridors of the predator ship. Lena could hear the hum of energy and the faint mechanical sounds of drones repairing themselves. After the earlier attack, her heart pounded, and she pressed close to Miko. Feeling his warm body trembling with energy, she whispered softly that they had to stay quiet and move fast. Suddenly, a drone appeared around the corner, its sensors glowing bright. Lena froze. Holding her breath, Miko crouched low, his small body tensing as if ready to spring. Lena whispered softly to him, telling him to be careful. The honey badger's eyes glowed faintly, and Lena felt a strange warmth spreading through her chest. Miko leaped forward, striking the drone with incredible speed. Lena gasped as sparks flew from the machine. The drone stumbled, its metal limbs flailing and hitting the walls. The other drones nearby paused, as if surprised by the honey badger's power. Lena could feel her hope rising. She whispered to Miko that he was amazing, and the honey badger nuzzled her hand in response. The corridors were narrow and full of shadows. Lena and Miko crept forward, dodging sensors and scanning for guards. Lena saw a control panel glowing faintly at the side of the wall. She realized it could open doors or disable machines, but it was too far to reach without being noticed. She whispered to Miko that they might have to create a distraction. Suddenly, another drone appeared, hovering silently above Lena and Miko. The honey badger growled, his body trembling with energy. Lena could feel the connection between them stronger than ever. She whispered softly to him, telling him to be brave. The drone moved closer, its mechanical arms reaching toward them. Miko struck with perfect timing, hitting the drone and sending sparks flying. Lena ducked behind a metal crate, her heart racing. She watched as Miko moved with incredible speed, dodging attacks and striking the machines one by one. Lena could feel the tension in the air, heavy and dangerous. The predator ship seemed to be adjusting to their attack, but it was too late. Lena realized that the honey badger was not just defending her, he was creating a path, clearing the corridors and giving her a chance to move. She whispered softly, telling him that they were a team. The honey badger nuzzled her hand again, his eyes glowing faintly like tiny stars in the dark. The corridor ahead opened into a larger chamber. Lena could see alien machinery and cages filled with small creatures. She gasped, realizing that the predator ship had collected many beings for experiments. Miko growled, moving closer to Lena to protect her. The honey badger's energy pulsed, and Lena felt the warmth spreading through her body, giving her courage. Suddenly, a shadow appeared in the center of the chamber. Lena froze. Holding Miko tightly, the figure was tall and dark, its glowing eyes fixed on them. Lena could feel the danger radiating from it. She whispered softly to Miko that they must be ready for anything. The honey badger growled low, his body trembling with energy. The shadow moved closer, and Lena could see the alien captain for the first time. The being had strange weapons and a calm, menacing presence. Lena realized that the fight would not be easy. She whispered softly to Miko that they had to stay together. The honey badger's eyes glowed brighter, his claws digging into the metal floor. Miko leaped forward, striking the guards that came too close. Lena followed, moving carefully and using her small hands to press buttons on the control panels, she realized she could create openings and block paths for the drones. Lena felt hope rising as she saw the honey badger fighting with skill and courage. The alien captain noticed the attacks and activated more machines. Lena could see energy beams shooting across the chamber. The honey badger dodged with incredible speed. Lena pressed herself against a crate. Heart racing, she whispered softly to Miko that they could do it together. The honey badger growled, striking another drone with precise force. The chamber shook slightly, and Lena could feel the vibrations under her feet. The predator ship's engines hummed low and threatening. Lena realized the danger was far from over. She held Miko tightly, feeling his small body tense. With energy, the honey badger's eyes glowed even brighter, signaling that he was ready for the next strike. Suddenly, a door at the far end of the chamber began to open. Lena saw a faint light and realized it could be a way out. She whispered to Miko that they had to reach it, but the path was full of drones and guards. Miko growled low, ready to protect her. Lena felt courage rising inside her, stronger than fear. The honey badger moved forward, striking with speed and skill. Lena followed, pressing buttons and creating distractions. The drones stumbled and the guards faltered. Lena could feel the tension in the air, heavy and dangerous. She whispered softly to Miko that they were a team and they could win together. The predator ship shook, and Lena realized the battle was far from over. The honey badger growled low, ready to fight again. Lena held his fur tightly and whispered softly that they would face whatever came next. Together, the first strike had begun, and Lena and Miko were ready for more. Lena and Miko moved cautiously through the twisting corridors of the predator ship. Lena's heart raced as the shadows of the walls seemed to move with the hum of energy. The alien captain had noticed the attacks, and the ship's engines thrummed low. Like a warning, Lena held Miko close. Feeling his body tense with power, she whispered softly that they had to be brave together. The corridors opened into a massive central chamber. Lena gasped at the sight inside. Strange machines pulsed with light, and cages held creatures from many worlds. Lena realized the predator ship had collected countless beings for experiments. Her stomach twisted with fear and anger. Miko growled, his small body trembling, but ready. Lena could feel the energy moving between them, connecting them in courage and determination. The alien captain appeared in the center of the chamber, tall and dark with glowing eyes. It moved slowly, radiating power. Lena pressed Miko close and whispered that they had to stay together. The honey badger's eyes glowed brightly, his claws digging into the metal floor as he prepared to defend them. Suddenly, the captain raised a strange weapon. Beams of light shot across the chamber. Lena ducked behind a crate. Heart-pounding, Miko leaped forward, dodging the beams with incredible speed. Lena could feel the energy pulsing from him. Strong and protective, she whispered softly that they could do this together, and the honey badger growled low, striking another drone that moved too close. The captain's eyes focused on Miko. Recognizing the species, Lena gasped as she realized the alien feared her companion. The honey badger moved with skill and speed, striking the machines that attacked them. Lena pressed buttons on a control panel, opening doors and creating paths through the chaos. The tension in the chamber was heavy, almost suffocating. Miko growled and leaped onto the nearest guard, knocking it back with force. Lena ducked behind a crate. Heart racing, she pressed another button, and a section of the chamber lit up with blinding light, disorienting the drones. Lena could feel courage rising inside her as Miko moved, his eyes glowing brighter and his energy pulsing in waves. The alien captain activated more machines, sending beams and traps toward them. Lena and Miko dodged and struck in perfect rhythm. Lena pressed buttons, using the machines against the drones and creating openings for their escape. The honey badger growled low, striking another drone, sending sparks flying across the chamber. Lena realized the control panels could shut down the ship. She whispered to Miko that they had to reach the center, and he nodded with understanding in his own way. The energy from Miko seemed to guide her, giving her courage and speed. She felt their bond stronger than fear, stronger than danger. Suddenly, the captain moved toward them. Its weapon raised. Lena held Miko tightly and whispered that they would face this together. The honey badger leaped, striking the captain's guards with skill. Lena pressed another button, Sending a pulse through the machines that caused them to malfunction, the chamber shook, and sparks flew as the Predator ship reacted to their attack. The captain hesitated. Sensing Miko's strength, Lena gasped and pressed forward. Running toward the central control panel, Miko moved beside her, striking drones and guards that tried to stop them. The energy in the chamber pulsed with every step. Lena could feel it in her chest, giving her courage and determination. The honey badger growled and struck again. Lena dodged and pressed a button. Opening another section of the chamber, she saw the central panel ahead. Glowing faintly, she whispered softly to Miko that this could end the battle, and the honey badger nuzzled her hand, giving her courage. Suddenly, a drone swooped down. Trying to stop them, Miko leaped and struck it perfectly. Lena pressed the final button, and the machines in the chamber began to shut down. The lights flickered, and the alien captain's weapon powered down. Lena gasped. Realizing they had gained the advantage, the honey badger growled low, standing in front of her like a shield. The central panel hummed as Lena pressed buttons. Carefully, she could feel the Predator ship weakening around them. The captain moved to stop them, but Miko leaped forward, striking with incredible speed. Lena ran beside him, feeling the bond between them stronger than ever. The chamber shook and sparks flew from damaged machines. Lena pressed the final sequence, and the ship's systems faltered. The drones froze. The beams stopped, and the alien captain hesitated. Lena hugged Miko tightly and whispered softly that they had done it together. The honey badger growled low, his energy still glowing but calmer now. Lena realized they had won the first part of the battle. She looked around the chamber. Seeing the cages and the disabled machines, she felt a mixture of relief and hope. Knowing the danger was not over, but they had a chance to escape, Miko stood beside her, ready for whatever came next. The Predator's ship trembled, and Lena felt the urgency in the air. She whispered softly to Miko that they must move quickly. The honey badger growled low, and together they prepared to face the final challenge. Ahead, the showdown had begun, and Lena and Miko were ready. Lena and Miko ran through the central chamber of the Predator's ship. Sparks flying from damaged machines, the hum of energy vibrated through the floor, and Lena held Miko close. Feeling his small body tense with power, she whispered softly that they had to move fast, and the honey badger growled low, ready for anything. The corridors twisted and turned as Lena and Miko raced toward the ship's exit. The walls hummed and shook, sending vibrations through their feet. Lena could see warning lights flashing and heard alarms echoing through the metal halls. She pressed Miko close and whispered that they would survive together. Suddenly, a drone appeared ahead. Hovering silently with glowing sensors, Lena froze for a moment, but Miko leaped forward, striking it with incredible speed. The machine wobbled, and sparks flew across the corridor. Lena ducked behind a panel. Heart pounding, she whispered softly to Miko that he was amazing, and he nuzzled her hand in response. The Predator ship shuddered as the engines hummed low and threatening. The air smelled metallic and hot. Lena could feel the tension in the air. Heavy and dangerous, she pressed herself close to Miko, knowing that every step could be their last. The honey badger growled, moving ahead to clear the path. A shadow moved at the far end of the corridor. Lena realized the alien captain had followed them, its glowing eyes focused on them. And Lena felt her heart race. She whispered softly to Miko that they had to be brave together. The honey badger's eyes glowed brightly, his claws digging into the metal floor. They reached a large door at the end of the corridor. Lena could see a faint light coming from the other side. She realized it was the escape shuttle. She whispered softly that they had to reach it before the ship collapsed. The honey badger growled low and leaped forward, clearing drones and guards that tried to stop them. The corridor shook violently, and pieces of metal fell from the ceiling. Lena ducked and pressed Miko close. She could feel his energy pulsing. Guiding her forward, the honey badger struck with perfect timing, sending sparks flying as drones crashed into walls. Lena pressed another button on a control panel, opening a side passage that led closer to the shuttle. The alien captain moved quickly. Raising its strange weapon, Lena held Miko tightly and whispered that they would face this together. The honey badger lunged at the captain's guards, striking with speed and precision. Lena pressed another button, creating a distraction and sending a small group of drones tumbling to the ground. The escape shuttle was in sight. Lena could see its doors beginning to open. Miko growled low, his eyes glowing brighter. Lena felt courage rising inside her. Stronger than fear, she whispered softly that they could make it together. The honey badger nuzzled her hand, ready for the final push. Suddenly, a drone swooped down, tried to block their path. Miko leaped and struck it perfectly. Lena ran beside him, pressing buttons on the corridor panels to create openings and slow the remaining machines. The tension in the air was heavy. Every second counting. Lena could hear the alarms, the hum of engines, and the faint creak of the metal walls. They reached the shuttle, and Lena pressed the control panel. She could feel the engines starting, ready to launch. The doors opened fully, and Lena helped Miko inside. She whispered softly that they were almost safe. The honey badger growled low, standing in front of her like a shield. The Predator's ship shook violently, sparks flying from damaged panels. Lena felt the urgency rising. Knowing they had little time, the shuttle hummed as the engines powered up. Miko pressed close to her, his small body trembling but strong. Lena held him tightly and whispered that they would survive together. The alien captain appeared at the corridor entrance, its glowing eyes filled with anger. Lena could feel the danger still near, but Miko leaped forward, striking the guards that followed. The captain hesitated. Sensing the honey badger's strength, Lena pressed the final button on the shuttle panel, and the engines roared to life. The shuttle lifted off the floor. Lena and Miko held tight as the Predator's ship began to break apart. The corridors trembled, pieces of metal falling away. Lena could see sparks and flames erupting from the hull. She whispered softly that they had done it together. The honey badger growled low, his energy still glowing but calmer now. Outside the window, Lena saw the stars and the dark expanse of space. She realized they were free for the first time since the hunt began. Miko pressed close to her, nuzzling her hand. Lena whispered softly that they were brave and strong together. She felt relief and hope rise inside her. The Predator's ship trembled below, beginning to collapse in a fiery explosion. Lena and Miko held tight to each other as the shuttle accelerated into space. She could feel the warmth of Miko's energy, a reminder that they were connected and powerful together. Lena whispered promises to protect him as he had protected her. From the window, Lena noticed a faint shadow in the distance. Another Predator ship appeared, smaller but threatening. Lena gasped and pressed Miko close. She whispered softly that they had survived once and they could face anything together. The honey badger growled low, ready for whatever came next. Lena held Miko tightly, feeling courage and hope in equal measure. The shuttle moved through the stars, leaving the Predator's ship behind. They had escaped, but Lena knew the adventure was not over. She whispered softly that they would face it together. No matter what came next, the bond between them was stronger than fear and ready for any challenge. The stars stretched ahead, endless and full of possibilities. Lena and Miko were safe for now, and the hunt had ended. The escape had begun.